Sometimes, the best game design is the simplest. Keep Driving is technically an RPG about moving forward, making choices, and surviving, but what it really is an indie game that's meticulously designed to feel like your first road trip when you finally left the nest, when you were trying to figure yourself out before the mortgage and the kids and the career. For such a simple premise, it honestly surprised me how it was filled with nostalgia, tension, and emotion. But how does it do this with such minimal mechanics? Keep Driving proves that great design isn't about complexity, it's about execution. And I want to try to break down why Keep Driving works and what makes it an example of great game design. Because it's a beautiful example of how we don't need to reinvent the wheel. I know. And how indie game designers can take something so familiar to us and still make it so unique. So, aspiring game designers, take note. At its core, Keep Driving is deceptively basic. You drive, you make decisions, and you try to survive until you reach the festival at the other end of the map. But within this loop, there's a lot of hidden layers. Every mile driven presents new choices. Stop at a gas station to fuel up with whatever few dollars you have left, or push forward to the next town to save money for food. Fix up your car, or risk breaking down on the side of the road. Spend money on a hotel room to reduce your smell and crankiness, or risk getting into a fight with your passengers. These choices impact your basic resources: fuel, food, mood or energy, money, and vehicle durability. You can see here that the map is quite huge, and from left to right, your goal is to make your own way from your house to the festival on the other coast. As you drive from town to town, you'll be stopped by random road events, such as traffic, potholes, roadkill, whatever. And each of these events will present a series of threats to your resources. For example, as you can see in the middle bottom of my dashboard, this road event threatens to damage, in order represented by the little icons, 1 energy, 1 fuel, another fuel, and another energy. If I don't destroy these threats, my resources will dwindle by that amount and make my journey to the next town that much more difficult. So how do you destroy the threats? Each leg from town to town, or each successful encounter, gives you XP to learn new skills, and with these skills, as seen hanging on my rearview mirror, can be dragged down to the appropriate slots to destroy the appropriate threats in order of urgency. Urgency represented by the little exclamation marks above the threat icons. You can also use glove box items to neutralize the threats, the same way that skills do. Both glove box items and skills have limited uses, and getting more comes at the cost of money, and getting money comes at the cost of spending energy to work, and, well, you see where I'm going with this. So, well, it's an RPG, but I've actually heard it described as a car PG, which is unapologetically genius. It's a loop that's as engaging as it is stressful because every decision matters. It borrows from roguelike classics where success is about managing risk and resources, but it distills it into something much more real and familiar, like a road trip. Keep Driving forces you to weigh every decision. Do you stop to scavenge, knowing it could waste fuel or put you in danger? Do you help a stranded hitchhiker, even if it means sharing supplies? Do you push forward through the night, risking mechanical failures? Each decision is like a small puzzle, and combined with the storage system mechanic, they create a journey that feels unique and personal. You'll need to carefully weigh the value of each item you buy or store in your trunk because space is super valuable. You'll need to be carrying the right items for the right situations and reevaluate your choices in the next town. You can also purchase more room by buying a roof rack, but purchasing storage upgrades to your car requires installation at appropriate facilities. Auto parts shops sell these upgrades but typically don't offer installation services on site. Therefore, players often need to transport these upgrades to a garage in a different town for proper installation. But then you risk losing more money, more time, and more durability on your car getting there. The unpredictability makes every run exciting and tense. Keep Driving doesn't hold your hand or tell you exactly what's going on, but that's part of its magic. For the first hour, you will be completely lost. At least I was. The tutorials are quick and unceremonious, and I found myself Googling how to clean myself or how to cure tiredness right off the bat. But it's such a niche game that there's little to no information about it out there yet, so you have to figure out everything quickly by yourself and move on. But trust me, after that initial flood of new information, you'll pick it up, and after a few hours of gameplay, I had mastered all the systems already. And this is intended in creative indie games like this. This is a short game, it's only a few hours. You can extend it by driving around and doing side quests, but I'd wager it's probably anywhere from about 4 to 10 hours max. The lack of exposition allows players to fill in the blanks. The game tells its story through atmosphere and player choices, beautiful pixel art visuals, moody lighting, and a sick soundtrack all create immersion. So why does Keep Driving belong in the great game design series? Simple mechanics, deep impact, every choice matters, immersive atmosphere without excessive exposition, and in the end, it's just, fun. It proves that great game design isn't always about having the biggest budget or the most complex systems. It's about creating meaningful experiences with the tools you have. And if you think great games need huge budgets or complex mechanics, think again. Sometimes all you need is to keep driving. I'll see you in the next one.